Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Coming back at you. I'm out here at my track doing my walking. Well, trying to walk. I walk, then I do a lap, then I sit down. I do a lap, then I sit down. That's how I do it. That way I can rest my back. But I'm doing the best I can anyway. That's all I can do. Hoping everybody's having a blessed day. My last video where I was talking about Umar Johnson's take on interracial relationships, um, had a brother come on here talking about, and I'm seeing the same narrative. It's not just him, but I'm seeing the same narrative play out over and over and over on videos, threads, um, talking about um, how black women are not good women, and that's what they're constantly saying all the time. And I was telling this guy, I was trying to tell him that um, I was trying to tell him that black women, he's trying to say, well, black women aren't, a lot of are marriageable, which is not true. There's a lot of black women that are marriageable. And I was like, well, black women can say the same thing about black men. I'm just getting really tired of black men saying that we're not good women and trying to uplift other races of women above us. There is a lot of good black women out here, but they're being overlooked. And my question to him was, okay, well, why the interracial rate? Why is the marriages between white men and black women more successful than marriages between black men and white women? And he was like, oh, well, that's because there's less black women. He said there was less black women marrying out in something like that. But the divorce rate is higher. And I'm not here to debate that, but we were kind of going back and forth a little bit. I'm over black men saying that we are not good women. We are good. It's a lot of good black women out here. Black men need to stop saying that, because it's mighty funny that other races of men. I've heard white men. There's a white man on here. His name is and I did a video a while back talking about white men on YouTube uplifting black women. I got thousands of hits on that video, man. And I got a lot of white men coming on there on that particular video, saying, giving me compliments and saying how much they love black women, and I got lots and lots of hits on that video. I can't remember what year I did it though. 2 or 3 years ago. If I find the link, I will put it in the description box. I'm talking about white men uplifting black women on YouTube. And lots of white men are always saying how they love black women. They love the fact that we're so strong. It's this. His name is Nanwin Kowick. That's what his name is. He has a whole channel. His whole channel is based on, he talks about what he likes about black women and all the qualities that he loves in us. And he ain't the only one. There's a whole lot of them. They talk about how they love it, how we're so strong. And one white guy said he loved the fact that black women will cut to the chase. They'll tell you, they'll give you their honest opinion. He's like, that was one of the qualities he said, that particular white man said he loved about black women, that black women are honest and we'll let you know what's up. And that we'll let you know, and we're not afraid to tell you what's what. and that's one of the things that they loved about us. But black men hate that. It's really interesting, because the qualities that black men don't like in us, white men love in us. Black men don't like the fact that we're strong. White men love the fact that we're strong. It's just the opposite. So it's a lot. And all on my comment section, I have white guys coming in on my comment section. They're always giving me compliments and stuff. But then any bashing that I get in my comment section is always from black men. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I'm just stating the facts. They called me, ever since I've been on YouTube, I've been called ugly, B word, whore, whatever name that they can conjure up to call me. And it's always coming from black men. It is always coming from black men. White men always give me compliments on my channel all the time. And this is what black men are always doing. And then at the end of the day, I'm still loving black men. I'm still loving black men. Now, some black women will be like, "Oh, you stupid, you need to stop," whatever. But I know in my heart that there's a lot of good black men out there. There's a lot of good black men out there. But I'm tired of black men bashing black women. I'm tired of them saying that we're not marriageable. There's a lot of marriageable black women out there. They're programmed and conditioned. And then they say, well, other races of women, treat black men. Now, there is some black women that probably need to learn to talk to black men better. I will admit that. But not all black women are like that. You got to find the right one. And I told him, also make the point that we are the common denominators of our relationship. I stole that from Dr. Phil. But he's right. We are the common denominator of our relationships. Whatever issues that you're having, it's going to reflect in who you are attracted to and who you choose in the mate. Or you are attracted, or people that are attracted to you. So I made the point that going to another race is not the answer. People think that going to another race is the answer. Because if you having issues, you're going to pick the same type of person in another race. You're going to pick the same type of person in another race that you picked in your own race. I've heard horror stories on both sides. I've heard horror stories with black men being with white women. I've heard horror stories with black women being with white men. I've heard horror stories on both sides. That's because they didn't fix themselves. They didn't fix themselves, and they picked the wrong mate of another race. I've said it before, and I will say it again. A person is not better because of their race. That is stupid. A person is not a better person because of their race. It is according to that person and their personality. There's good and bad women in all races. There's good and bad men in all races. Like these black women, on the flip side, some of these black women will say they say white men are better than black men. Da, 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 da. But then there's white men that mistreat black women. They'll mistreat white women. That's because they got issues. It's not about the women, it's about them. So nobody is better because of their race. You have to pick the right person, regardless of race. Sometimes going out the race is not the answer, because if you have unresolved issues that you haven't addressed, you're gonna pick the wrong person in another race. It is what it is. So a lot of people need therapy. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place on both sides. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place with black women. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place with black men. I say every black person in America needs therapy, including myself. I say every black person in America needs therapy because of what racism and all this stuff is doing to us psychologically. Of course, that's a whole nother video. What racism and stuff is doing to us. They say that they call it post-traumatic slavery syndrome, and it messed us up. But that's a whole nother video. I'm not gonna go into that. That's a whole nother video. I'm gonna talk about that, but that's a whole nother video. But we all of us are messed up. Our heads are messed up. I'm not programmed in condition. I'm flipping the script in my. I didn't flip the script in my mind. I refuse to be programmed in condition. I refuse to be programmed in condition. We got beautiful men in our race. We got beautiful women in our race. I know good black men. There's a lot of good black men. There's a lot of good black women. But you got to judge a person by the content of their character. And you saying, well, I based on my experiences. I told him you can't base it on your experiences. We can't judge a whole race of people based on our experience. That being the case, then I'd be just like some of these other black women on here and saying, oh yeah, black men ain't no good. Because I had bad relationships with black men. Okay, but it was because of my issues of why I make those choices, and just some of it just being young and silly. But you have to fix yourself first before you can seek relationships. Sometimes it requires therapy. Get your own issues, because I grew up without a father, and so that was a lot of the reason why I was making the choices that I was making. Because when you don't have a father, then you don't know what to look for. You know what I'm saying? And so it takes a lot of reprogramming. That was my pattern. See, a lot of women need to know their worth. A lot of women need to learn their worth, because if you don't learn your worth, and men too, men gotta learn their worth too. Because if men and women don't learn their worth, then you won't make the right choices in a partner. You got to learn your worth through drawing a closer relationship to Jehovah God. You have to draw a closer relationship to God, because I learned my worth. That's how I learned my worth. I drew closer to God. I drew a closer relationship with God, and that's how I learned my worth. Sometimes it requires getting out of the world, drawing a closer relationship with God to learn your worth. And He helps us. He helps us to work on ourselves, to fix whatever it is that's going on with ourselves. Are we going to ever be perfect? No, because we're always a continual work in progress. But you have to work on yourself and find out, okay, why am I attracting these types of people? And then once you change yourself and make changes with yourself, then learn your worth, you will make better choices in mates. And that goes for men and women. It's on both sides. But a lot of healing needs to take place, because you got a lot of black women that have been through a lot. It's really sad, because there's a lot of black women that have been through a lot. They've been sexually abused by black men. They were sexually abused. They were raped. All of it from black men. So, of course, quite naturally, they're going to shy away, you know. A lot of some black men grew up with toxic moms. Unfortunately, some black men have grew up with toxic black mothers. And they think all black women, and it kind of turns them off to black women. So that's why I say a lot of healing needs to take place. A lot of healing needs to take place on both sides. And, it's not an easy fix, not any easy answers. But that's all I can come up with. You know what I mean? But black men need to stop saying that. Black men need to stop saying that all black women are bad and none of us are marriageable. It's a lot of marriageable black women out here. Stop saying that, black men. Stop saying that. I'm tired and over it. Y'all, a lot of times, y'all overlook black women. You raise the bar higher for us than you do other races of women. Your standards are too high. Your standards are so high for black women, we can't live up to those ridiculous standards. Y'all not willing to bend. But then you will relax them for other races of women. That's part of the problem right there. And then they talk about how a lot of black women got kids. There's a large percentage of black women that don't have kids, believe it or not. I know some black women that don't have kids and never had kids, and they're still not married. I know a young lady here on YouTube, Jayla Corinne. The young lady is sharp. She's sharp. Beautiful. Cute little figure. She's an entrepreneur. Educated. She has everything going for her. And no children. She got a dog baby, but she has no children. And the first thought that come up in my mind is, why is she still single? She's checked off of all of Kevin Samuel's boxes. But why is she still single out here? See, there's lots of black women out there like her. But black men are overlooking them because they're too busy putting us all in the same box. What the white man is doing, and they're saying, you know what that old saying is? What another man's trash is another man's treasure. So a lot of black women are talking about divesting, and a lot of them are talking about going the other way. The white men are saying, you know, they scooping up the good sisters, the beautiful sisters, the smart sisters. They're seeing beauty in what y'all say is trashed. So don't get mad. You steady hollering that black women aren't good. Don't get mad when you're seeing more white men hooking up and men of other races. You know, I hear them Koreans like black women too. It's a couple on here, a black woman and it's a Korean man. I forgot that name. And they got a couple of friends. It's a Korean black man. I heard them Koreans like black women too. Them Koreans like black women too. Okay? All right now. So what y'all want to throw away, other races of men are saying, this ain't no trash. This is a diamond. A lot of black women are diamonds. And a lot of men, other races of men are seeing it. Satan is a liar. Okay, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Like and the share button. Until the next video, peace and love. This is Sweet June.